Welcome back to DogFoodCon. We are joined by Zack Kelly, who is going to be giving a talk called, what's your talk called?
Improving your interactions.
How's that go?
It's good. It goes. It goes. So basically, the talk is all about listening and communicating, and we're playing a lot of games, so it's not really a me talking a lot talk, so that's good for me. I don't want to talk a lot. No. I make everybody else talk, and that's fun.
That's good
for me.
Yeah, like Tom Sawyer.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
So, what kind of games do you play?
So there's there's one like an icebreaker kind of game where everyone introduces themselves to each other and does a little like gesture as well. Okay. So for instance, I would be like, Zealous Zach, and I'd do something like this, and then they'd be like, Cantankerous Karen, or whatever, and they do whatever
Puffy
else.
Petri.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's. And so, like, it's two games like that, and it's fun because you learn everybody's name, and then if you ever see them at another conference at some point in time, there's one guy who was like, he's like Cash Money Carl, and I'm like, whenever I see him, I'm like, Cash Money Carl.
The alliterative adjective.
Yes, the alliterative, that's the big one.
Oh, that's a good one.
And so, so that's the game we play there. And then there a couple like other listening games and storytelling games, so you're trying to build a story. With any development project, you're trying to build a story around the product and what you're trying to build. Mm-hmm. So we do a lot of games around storytelling, and kind of everyone's building on everyone else's story. Yeah. And so they tell like a communicative story together.
Oh.
And so then I usually put them on the spot. Don't tell anybody. And I make them tell the stories that they made to the whole group, and that's just fun. And then the last game is my favorite. It's called. I don't know if this is. I named it. I don't know. I'm not sure what it probably has a better name, an actual name, but I call it Pro Advertising Agency. And I give everyone writes on a bunch of things of like, here's a product I think that could exist or should exist or whatever. Everyone always writes about autonomous lawnmowers. Sure. And so I want to call that out ahead of time. I'm like, no autonomous lawnmowers. Come up with something else.
What? Why is that the go-to?
I don't know. It's always like, when I talk in spring, everyone's like, I don't want to cut my grass. Boom, boom, done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I talk. So I do that, and then everyone comes up and kind of makes a group pitch to sell this product. Like, oh hey, well here's an autonomous lawnmower. It cuts your grass for you. You just outline your yard, and then like they all kind of take turns building on that pitch.
Yeah. And
then present it to the audience, and it's fun.
That's nice.
Puts everybody on the spot.
What's the best one that anyone's come up with?
Oh man, there was one. There was one I really loved. It was like a thing you put on your hand, and then it clips all your fingernails for you, or something like that. It was great. I was like, wow, you guys are really out of the box.
They couldn't think of any more pressing problems.
Like,
technology.
I'm like, I don't want to.
You know what's funny? I just saw a video on LinkedIn of it was like an AI that you put your hand in, and it paints your nails like fancy colors.
Really?
And, and they're like, we're gonna replace all the nail salons.
Oh my gosh. Wow, those people took that and went further with it, apparently. Yeah. They must have been at my talk last time.
Well, you should honestly sue them.
Yeah, I might, This is my idea that other people made up that were presented in my speech.
Well, I mean,
that's what companies do.
Yeah.
You work for me and you had an idea, it's my idea now.
Yeah, exactly. What's that, intellectual property?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my intellectual property, I think.
No one can paint nails without giving me money anymore.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, robots can.
Yeah, and you can't clip your nails, too, yeah.
If you clip your nails, you owe me $7.
Exactly. And if you do it at work, you owe me 10. That's just a problem at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just commercial,
I'm going to become a big corporation, I think.
And that's smart, yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's Zack Corp. I can see it now.
So what made you come up with this talk? Like, where does this, I don't know.
Yeah, and so I do improv, believe it or not. And so I took an improv class kind of on a whim. I was like, I'm bored, and Sundays are free. Let's take an improv class. Yeah. And so I took it, and I fell in love. One of the things I really loved about improv is that it levels the playing field for everybody immediately. So in my first class, there was a lawyer, a jazz singer, like a director of some company, and a bunch of other people. And the first thing we did was like, all right, you guys are going to pass energy around, so you're just going like a whoosh, 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 whoosh. And it was like
You pass it what around?
energy. You're like passing energy around, and you're going like whoosh, whoa. And it's like the stupid game. But I'm like, well, everyone feels like an idiot now. And I'm like, I'm on this equal playing field with this lawyer and this jazz singer. And like, they're like incredibly talented people. And I'm like, well, I'm just an idiot who's just here.
I'm just a street fighter.
Yeah.
Like, woo, this is my thing.
All I do is fight people. And so there was so that was cool. And so I took what I learned from that class, and then I took another class, and I built upon that. And what I've really gained is a lot of communication skills. I like talking to people already, and this just kind of gives me another tool set to bridge, start conversations, have conversations, but build upon things and then work with people together to kind of come up with solutions. So when you're on stage, you have a scene, you're given a bunch of random items to think about or incorporate in the scene, and then you need to make something out of that. And that's really a lot how development and working out team works. You have a bunch of things, here's all the requirements, here's all the inputs, what's the output, what do we choose to do with this?
Yeah.
So kind of has a lot of parallels.
Well, yeah, the thing I like about it makes everything feel less risky. Like, you can say things and it's fine, and we just forget about them if they suck.
Yeah. It's like, oops, that one under the radar, or it's bad joke, whatever it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of friends, actually, who I'm from Chicago, so a lot of them went to the Second City.
Real improv
in
places.
Chicago, which, famous place where you had, your Stephen Colbert's and your Tina Fey's. And I know a few, graduates of this program, and they just loved it because, I guess it seems obvious when you say it, but, it made them braver. They were I've said all kinds of stupid things, and it didn't matter, and, what's the risk in talking to you? So I could say a dumb thing. I've done that 100 times. That's my job when I'm in class, is saying dumb things. But you also have to think on your feet and not in a way that's self-centered, because you really have to listen to what you get, because you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Where, in a day-to-day situation, you might think, well, I already know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
No, you don't know.
No,
you don't know what I'm going to say.
It could be anything right now.
Right.
I'm going crazy.
I think listening to everything as if it could be anything is really important.
Yeah,
I would have guessed that's what it is.
And it really helps you with listening. A lot of times you have these people that you meet, and you're talking in a meeting, and then someone comes in and just kind of stomps over all the ideas, and is like, I have this idea, and we're talking about this now, and it's like, were you even participating? You were here physically, but I think you were I'm gonna come up with a good idea, and these people are stupid, I am smart, I am listening to myself. And so there's a lot of that, and so I want to break people out of that, because it only helps you grow stronger as a team. You all trust each other more. You're able to talk about whatever's at hand, as opposed to coming kind of having that being barked at from whoever you're in conversation with. So
improv is the trust fall of 2019, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
it's not going to go away as fast. I hope. It's like the fidget spinner of 2019. I love it. It's super important.
The other idea, it's people in business meetings love to just shut things down.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And if you do that in improv, it's you just ruined everybody's life.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just going to go walk off stage now. End scene.
Here.
Yeah, okay, cool. Clap our fingers, get out of here.
Yeah. Well, developers and business people, their first instinct to anything is to say no to it.
Yeah.
Because it's work for them to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
And so, anything that avoids, they're like, no, we're not going to change anything. We're going to leave exactly the same. We're going to do the things we've always done, and that's going to be the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's I was just bringing up an idea.
Yeah, sorry, I thought of things that I want to do and make us better, but, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah, and, not every idea has to be good. It's fine. If you come up with a bad idea and we talk about it and we discuss it and we realize it sucks, it's okay.
It's fine, yeah. You want to fail fast. It's like one of the things that everyone says with Agile. You want to fail fast, because if you keep writing something out and it's a dumb idea, then guess what? You're just digging yourself in a grave.
Right, yeah. It's easy when you think of something failing fast, but then when you realize that something is always someone's idea, no one wants to fail fast.
I did it again.
I think it must be a really good way of just detaching yourself from your ideas. You have to, or it's all ego forever.
Exactly. It's really a stream of conscious thing. You're all right, I have this thing. Here it is. Do with it?
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's separate from me.
It's not me. It's you. So it's fun.
Yeah.
I like improv.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like, I've never done it.
Yeah. Well, you do a podcast, which is like its own improv.
Well, yeah, I also have a lot of crazy thoughts, so.
Okay. Let's hear one.
Huh?
Let's hear one.
Well, ask him the question.
Oh.
How many Bitcoins do you think you could fit into an airplane? Hold on. You have infinite suitcases.
Infinite suitcases. So now, is this passenger seating as well, or is it just
No, you
under
can fill
the
the
plane?
cargo, the cargo hold.
Yeah.
Cargo hold and
Yeah.
seats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, the tech companies love asking about how many ping pong balls you could fit.
Yeah.
Like, this is higher tech.
Yeah, Bitcoin. I'll say at least 20.
Wow.
Wow.
How big is a Bitcoin? How big do you think an airplane is then?
How far are my fingers, you know?
Well, the thing about improv I like is also, like, a lot of times bad ideas end up, like, actually opening the door to good ideas.
Oh, yeah. There's been so many things where, like I would come in, I'm like, I'm just going to come in the scene, I'm going to have a stereotypical Southern accent, and then it's like, this is stupid, but we'll see what happens, you know? And then it kind of plays into something else, and it kind of, like, evolves in its own way. Like, by just a series of, like, steps, like, all right, was this funny? Nope. This funny? No. And you kind of just, like, reacting until you have, like, a thing that hopefully everybody's enjoying at the end of it.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, just, like, a bunch of steps in the wrong direction will lead you eventually to the right direction.
Yeah.
So.
And also, just watching people mess up is funny.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. You guys have been watching me this whole time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, and it's also nice to think, oh, well, that person can mess up. Like, it's okay for me to mess up.
Yeah.
And I think that is something that, like, that goes back as somebody who's only been a developer for a few years.
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily always see people messing up. You're just like, everyone in this room is an expert except for me.
Yeah.
And if I have a stupid idea, they're all going to think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I train new software developers,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And, like, I was nervous doing it at the beginning because I don't want to mess up.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
And then what I learned was, like, the students, that whenever I would mess up, like, that would suddenly make them feel fine.
And they're like,
Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, even people that have been doing it a long time mess up constantly. That's the whole thing.
yeah, like, you fix it, learn from it, and move forward. Yeah, so that's why I mess up all the time on purpose, just so everyone else feels good.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4D chess, I think is what I'm playing.
Right.
Yeah.
No one can know when you're really mess up.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, did he just fumble into that success? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I
So,
don't know.
are you a developer? What do you...
No, I'm a product manager. Okay. So I kind of do, like a BA, product manager. So I work for a consulting company, so I do whatever is necessary. So I do like product management, project management, business analysis, the other things probably in that QA. It's fun. Yeah. So I just like doing all that stuff. I come from a different background. I came from a mechanical engineering background, and so I was designing engines at a company in the area, and I was like, this is fun, but I'm like kind of actively encouraged not to talk to people. And I'm like, that's not, I don't want to do that. And so then I was like, well, I started my own little company, and I was like, it was a company that was like, it's fine. We didn't like make any money, but we had some projects, and it was fun, and we did a little like pro bono work for our friends.
You made fingernail clippers?
Yeah, we made fingernail clippers and
Thomas lawnmowers?
Yeah, still waiting for the money to roll in on that. But I made my own company. I was like, I like this a lot. And one of the guys I met with was the founder of some company, and he's like, you should try working for Improving. They kind of do what you're doing, except on a bigger scale and with professionals. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Working with people who know what they're
Have you
talking about.
considered being around people who are smart?
Yeah. I'm like, some tricks you played on me. Yeah.
When you said mechanical engineer,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought was he designs mechanical pencils.
Oh, yes.
I wish. If I had come up with that idea way long ago,
Yeah.
who knows where I'd be now.
There's a lot of money in mechanical pencils.
Bic?
That's true.
Other ones?
They're making all the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really taking a toll.
Also, funny, you're like, I I work for a company called Improving.
Mm-hmm.
And you're improving.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
it's almost
another
too
pun.
convenient. Yeah.
Oh my god, the last guy we talked to, also a pun. What's wrong with you software developers?
Yeah. It's
And project managers too.
we're all just thinking about we're all thinking about improving and improving all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, okay, different thing. Like, okay, I help people prepare for job interviews frequently, right?
Yeah.
And like, what I have found is the most effective thing you can do in an interview is be funny.
Yeah.
Because you make people laugh, you make people feel good, they remember that you made them feel good, and that's way more important, I have found, than any of your actual skills.
Yeah, like if you ease attention, you're like, all right. Okay, good. If it's not so bad, everyone's normal people here. No one's a prick, and they're just like looking at you and staring. And
although I have had people do that to me at interviews, I'm like, you know what? Like at the time, I thought, oh yeah, that was a tough interview, but now I'm like, I'm not even fun. Person.
Yeah.
I get it. Like you're not a robot. You can do the act, but I see through it.
Yeah,
I don't want to work here.
Yeah, you laugh at farts just like the rest of us.
Yes.
True.
But no, that's that. I mean, I have much more limited experience in interviews, but so far that's also been mine. Where like I would go in, and as long as I'm laughing at my own jokes, at least like people think, oh, what a pleasant person.
Yeah.
Like oh yeah, she could definitely come back.
Yeah.
She seems smart.
At least she likes her own jokes.
Yeah.
Like
I don't have to make any jokes. She's already laughing at her own.
She has an audience.
That's why I bring that to the table.
Yeah, and that's like one of the things I really like about like if you're doing an interview or you're in an interview and you have that joke, you're like, all right, okay, here we go. Now I just gotta keep being funny. I'm gonna try to keep up the pace here, and like make sure they like me at the end of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the skills will come later.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Is like the most important thing is that they like you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because most of the time, you're actively going to be working with these people.
Exactly,
today,
yeah.
And nobody wants to be working with somebody they don't like.
Yeah. You don't want to be like work with a good dud of a person.
Yeah.
Not that people are duds, People.
Yeah.
Some people
To
are
all
really
the
cool.
duds out there, it's okay.
Hey, duds, stop being duds. But people are nice. Like people, if you have that camaraderie up front, then it really just like shows that hey, this is gonna be a person who's here for us. They're gonna fit in. They're gonna be part of the team. They're gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, like in the context of interviewing for tech jobs and stuff, right? Like you don't know their technology.
Yeah.
Like no matter how much experience you have, you go into a company and you're gonna have to learn the things they do because they probably didn't do it the same way as the last.
Exactly.
company,
Yeah.
Right. And so like, if they're gonna have to teach you the stuff anyway, like just make them like you.
Yeah.
And
Like, and you're good to go at that point.
Yeah.
Like you're trainable and you're funny at least, so that you're not painfully trainable.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
wow, that's painfully trainable.
I don't know. It's like I just thought of that right now. So
I can only say the words that you just said to me.
yeah, you said something and you're like, so here's how you do it. And like, so here's how I do it. But that would be funny though. I don't know.
That's a good bit.
Yeah.
My new company, painfully trainable.
Yes, and that's my other company I've been working on the side. Painfully trainable.
Slip that right in.
Yeah. LLC. Located out of Grandview. But you want to be able to have that connection. And the faster you can make a connection with people, wherever the instance may be, the faster you're able to like grow your rapport and or build your rapport with them and kind of like work from there as opposed to like start with a blank slate.
Right. I think that also just going at it from a human angle like that, instead of it being like, oh, my skills are on trial or I am on trial, like thinking about it like that helps you understand the part of the interview where you are interviewing them also. Which, as software developers, we have some, power to say, no, I don't want that job because I don't like those people.
Yeah.
So this is definitely contextual, but it helped me understand that we're just people, and if they don't like me, okay, but if I don't like them, that's equally bad. I don't want to be there. I have a choice not to be there. Why would I be there if I thought they were duds?
If I'm telling these jokes all day and you're not going to be laughing at them, I'm not going to like working.
Exactly, yeah.
It will suck if you don't like
I know. Now, my jokes, am I the dud because my jokes aren't landing? It's a tough...
You don't want to live like that.
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's a lot of pressure you put on yourself at that point.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny. So, what can I learn about you guys? Is this the thing?
Sure.
I can do?
I'm Patrick.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a software developer,
right,
and
yeah.
I train software developers.
All right. It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm Brittany. I'm a software developer. He
Uh-huh.
trained me to be a software developer.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. That's fun. That's exciting. Is it good? Is it working out all right?
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
She still has a job, so
Yeah, yeah.
like,
She looks like the
I told her about the joking thing, and it worked.
It worked great.
Perfect. So you guys doing a podcast regularly, or is it a here at DogFoodCon?
Well, right now this is DogFoodCon
Oh.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is gonna be on DogFoodCon's LinkedIn and their Twitter.
All right. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Pressure, but
Yeah.
don't be a dud.
The future of DogFoodCon relies on you, but no pressure.
Yeah. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not sweating at all. I'm just cool as a breeze over here.
I like baseball.
Baseball's good.
Yeah.
I saw you had a Roberto Clemente.
I do.
I wrote a report on him in 3rd grade.
How'd that go?
It was good. I had to talk
Study.
about it. I might have cried. I'm not really sure. Like, that was my first time ever doing a report in front of people. I'm like, Roberto Clemente, he was a good baseball player. That's fine. Everyone likes reports.
I've come a long way since then. Because now talking to people off the cuff is the thing I teach other people.
Yeah. I only cry a little bit when I'm doing it, so
Yeah.
it's good now. Yeah, it prevents me from crying so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn the waterworks off. It's good.
Well, like I prepare for talks at conferences and stuff the way you describe because I don't want to talk the whole time.
Yeah.
Like my job, I feel like, is to get you talking about stuff because then I could just chill. Like,
Yeah.
it's easy.
I'm gonna lean against the wall. Hang out, you guys are talking.
Yeah. Also, people enjoy it more whenever they're involved in that way.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I kind of like about. One of the things I think is interesting about like TED Talks. They have 18 minutes, and they have like a very strongly scripted 18 minutes, but they are trained a lot on how to make it look like it's a genuine 18 minutes, which I think is like very interesting. I'm like, wow, like it seems like he's like thinking this idea is up on stage, but like really, that's like he planned out to be like, oh, and I had this idea right now, and I'm like it's not, you didn't plan that. You planned that for like months. And so I always go up there and like I prepared, prepared to some extent, but I'm like I want to practice what I preach and just kind of walk up there with a slide deck and be like, well,
Yeah.
I don't have a script. I'm just gonna talk and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
fun.
way better.
Yeah, I think it's more fun.
I mean, it's riskier because
Yeah.
like you can mess it up.
yeah, I can dud. I can be
But
done.
like that also feels good for people to watch for the same reasons we were talking about before. It's like, you see a professional mess up. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You realize, oh, I could do what that idiot's doing.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
up too.
Yeah, like wow, he's not really smart, but I can do this.
That is honestly, like, not an improv story, but the story of my development life really was that early in my career when I was not a developer, I worked with a contract developer who was, I swear to God, the dumbest person I've ever met. He was terrible and he could barely talk, and I'm pretty sure he was an alcoholic and just walking into work every day and we're like, every other day or so.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's a developer. Like, I always thought that you had to be a super genius to be a computer scientist, but like, this guy can do it. I could do pretty good.
I already got the drinking part down.
Like I'm here every day.
Yeah, that's why I drink my coffee now like this afterwards. It's not coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I like going up there and just kind of winging it because it's fun for me. Hopefully it's fun for people. Like I realize I do a thing like I will say the same kind of statement every time. Like I'm like, oh, and that's how it goes. And I'd say that, and that's how it goes. Like after every sentence, I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta stop saying those. Like, I should probably plan those next time. But I don't.
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
But no, I mean it's important though because like it's more real that way. In like even though you have there's things you want to cover and there's a general flow.
Yeah.
Of course you plan in advance. I assume. But it's more real in the moment because it feels riskier in the sense that you could fail, but at the same time, have you ever gone to a talk where somebody read off the slides and were like, wow, that was such a great talk? No one
No.
ever said that.
Like-
It's like boring. It's like, why didn't you just email me the slide deck? I could have read it myself. Like
Yeah.
whatever.
I could turn on like Windows readout a lot or whatever it is.
Yeah, accessibility.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I talked here a couple years ago, and like I prepared slides and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like I had like, let's say 50 slides, and I got through 6 of them. And I ended the talk on the 6th one because, like, I don't know, I just started talking about other stuff, and then like people in the audience asked me things, and now I'm talking about completely different things. And I don't know how people felt about it, but I liked it.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. If you're enjoying it, they have to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Or if not, I mean, at least there's one person. So
Yeah,
I mean,
the person is a person asking questions, and it's their fault. You can blame it on them if you don't get through it and no one else had fun. But they probably had fun because they're asking questions.
Yeah. Well, also just like I felt like that was pretty positive because that person felt like they could speak.
Yeah.
And like that feels terrifying in a lot of these conferences and things because I don't know, people take themselves so seriously. Sometimes.
Yeah. It's like people are like, I don't want to look like an idiot by asking this question or whatever, and then people feel comfortable enough in there. Then like, that you have like a whole thing in there, like it's an ecosystem of people that all feel comfortable enough to talk and share ideas and opinions and stuff like that. And it's a great feeling.
Yeah. Like I feel like your goal in the first few minutes should be to make people comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the pressure is off. I can listen with my real brain.
Yeah.
Because like this is a normal conversation between normal people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like conversational as opposed to like, all right, I take notes. I gotta make sure it looks like I'm taking notes so my boss is happy with me as well. I'm just seeing all my coworkers talking and everything like that, and it's like, and it's cool, but it's like it's also, you want to make sure you have an atmosphere where it's like a friendly atmosphere. Everyone's kind of sharing ideas and opinions and stuff like that. That's fun.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. I feel like I saw a talk recently. You guys ever see Damian Sanadino's talk?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so he has like a really fun talk. He's also an improv guy. He has a really fun talk. He does QA at the Highway, I think, a lot. He's one of the people that hosts or organizes, or he's involved in that somehow.
Yeah.
But he gives talks and like really fun talks. But he also like really encourages people to talk in the audience, and it's a really neat thing because it's a much more of a common, like he's creating common ground with everybody that everyone understands, using language that's very inclusive, and really it ushers a good friendly environment that everyone kind of feels like they're like, oh, I learned a lot and I also was able to participate and also learn more because I was able to participate.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Also, if you speak, like you are much more likely to remember that than somebody else talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I remember he answered my question, and that's it.
It's a very smart question.
Yeah, it was a very good question. I thought about it a long time. I wasn't listening.
Wasn't listening any moment until that point. That I remember.
Yeah, and it was a good question. But I really like. I think improv has been one of those things that's really fostered a lot of my career development because my transition to technology and my doing improv kind of like coincide with each other in terms of time frame, and I think improv gave me the confidence to try new things and be like, I'm gonna put myself out there and see what happens. One of the reasons I got hired at Improving is because I made a video saying like, here's why I like improving, and I talked about my story of how I heard about them and looked into them and learned about them, and like that was like one of the things that everyone always asked me when I was on the interview. It was like, hey, no one's ever made a video. Like that's kind of crazy. Yeah, and I was like, interesting that you did that. The sound quality was garbage on the video. It was like I was sitting a lot closer to my air conditioner than I thought I was. But I'm like, oh, I did it, I guess. And it worked, so.
Yeah.
That was just fun. And it kind of gave me like that, I don't know, like the bravery to try new things and see how it goes.
Yeah, well, I teach, and I will try to tell jokes sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes they just thud.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't land at all.
Yeah.
Right? And like I think about that, and I'm like, if one, that makes me feel internally just panicked.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like how many more of these am I gonna have to do before I give up?
But I'm like, well, if I can survive that, I can do literally anything because it's terrifying. Yeah. But like once you do it a few times and you realize that stakes are not that high and it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
it's like very freeing.
Yeah, it's like I don't have to care all the way about making a perfect training or making sure everyone understands exactly what I'm saying or using the right language. It's like, I'll just say whatever comes out. And it's there. Yeah.
Who knows what it could be.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like if you have a sense of perspective about these things, it can help like you said, like it's like not even just in just a social situation, but like I tried to do a new career, a new job type that like, you know, didn't feel comfortable or whatever, and you felt more comfortable doing that. And, you know, it's like, if I fail, like, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
It's like the thing that you can much more easily think about when a bad thing has happened. Like, my joke didn't go well or whatever. It's like, I was talking to a recruiter at Facebook a few months ago, and he was like giving me all these like tips about like, okay, well, here's how you beat the Facebook interview, whatever. And mind you, I had called him. I was like, hey, you know,
what do you do?
I want to. Like, you guys have any like blockchain stuff to work on? And then he, for some reason, gives me this whole spiel. I didn't even say I wanted to work there, but whatever. And he's like, you know, people get really nervous, and I'm like, you know what? Why would I be nervous? I don't have a job at Facebook now. If you guys say no, I won't have a job at Facebook, and nothing will have changed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I'll be in the exact same spot as I am now, and it's not the worst. So
yeah, all I did was waste a little time talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Whatever. And he was like, oh, I didn't really think about that. I like that answer.
Yeah.
But it helps if you tell bad jokes, is what I think we've all learned here today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, like the things that have prepared me to interview now are memories of interviews that went horribly wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I learned so much more from messing up during interviews than I ever did from ones going well. In fact, I'm going to say the ones I got the jobs, like, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like a normal, everyday thing.
Yeah, I just had a conversation, and then I was working there.
Yeah, right. But the ones where I messed it up, it was like, oh, wow, that's a lesson I will remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, that feels like... If you are struggling getting jobs and interviewing stuff, go mess up an interview as badly as you possibly can.
Yeah.
It's going to make your life better.
Yeah, because you're like, all right, now here's all the things that are bad, and like I just feel better because I feel like our stress is relieved. Like, all right, I failed. Now I accept this and move on.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, all right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. Let's keep tweaking until I can never fail that bad again.
That's what you think.
Yeah. There's always further down.
Everybody's worst job interview story.
Well,
How'd you fail the worst?
Okay, so like I remember somebody asked me a thing about, I don't know, inheritance or some Java like specific thing, and I remember I literally went,
Oh my god.
That was my answer to can you describe how you would use inheritance in a software project?
Inheritance? Oh no.
And then like I felt awkward in the moment and he didn't say anything. And I'm just like, that was the end. Like I didn't even continue talking.
You're just like, well, time. Whoa. My interview's over now. I gotta go.
They didn't hire me.
Oh, wait, weird.
They were referring to you as the dry human.
Also, like one of the first interviews I did, a guy asked me a scenario. He's like, okay, we got this code, and you can't change the code.
Yeah.
Right? And like, how do you fix a problem in this thing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I would track you down. And I would have you explain to me your shitty code. And he also didn't hire me.
Oh! He should have some self-reflection. Be like, well, I wrote shitty code.
Why did I do that?
That's my problem, yeah.
That was a failure on his part.
Yeah.
Well, I even phrased it like that. And then I was like, oh, man, why did
I do that?
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
He said shitty to me. Oh, my God. One of my interviews, they were asking me a lot of technical questions that I had absolutely no clue about. Because I just graduated college. I was like, I know mechanical engineering. I could answer questions. And I was at the technical interview. And the guy's like, hey, what do you know about microcontrollers? And I'm like, nothing. And that didn't help my case. Believe it or not.
Ask me about pencils.
I can clip my fingernails. Yeah.
Oh, your lawn.
Yeah. Come on, I can do it automatically. Yeah. And I had another one. It was an unfortunate one, where I was talking. He's asking me they're asking me like math questions. I'm like, okay, I can answer math questions. I got Google right in front of me. This is a phone call, and So he asked me a question, and I knew the answer. It was like, oh, how much fluid can flow through the tube, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, so if you increase the tube by twice, how much, what's that do to the flow? And I answered it right. And then the guy's like, and then like a couple minutes later, he's like, oh, you answered that wrong. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you said this. I'm like, no, I said this. And he's like, no, you said that. I'm like, no, I said this.
Check the tape.
Check it. Did you record this? Yeah. Oh my god, that was horrible. I'm like, he just misunderstood me, and it was right. And I was like, I'm right. You're wrong, guy hiring me.
Not hiring me.
Yeah. Did I pass? So yeah.
I'll see you Monday.
Yeah. I'll fly right out. Thank you. So.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Is there anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I mean, improving's cool, but I also run work at improving or hire us. But I also run I have an improv show at Franklinton Fridays as association with Franklinton Fridays called very creative title. It's called Franklinton Fridays Comedy, and so yeah, it's about comedy actually. And so that's the second Friday of every month, year round. It's kind of like, if you guys are aware of Franklinton Fridays, it's kind of like the Short North Art Walk-ish, in the sense that like there's a lot of art being displayed. There's a couple of art studios in the area, and a lot of people are showing off their art. You can go buy art, do cool stuff. There's music that plays all the time. There's like a video game dev group that meets up, and they all show off their games and stuff like that. It's a really cool space, and it's really cool to be a part of it. And I don't know how we got it, but that's fine. I'm happy that we're there. I'm happy that we're there. And we have a series of. And here's the real selling point for this thing. It's a free show. We bring donuts. Our group's called Donut Sunday. So we bring donuts for free, and we bring beer for free. And we're just begging people for to come. You know, I was like, we got free donuts, free beer, free comedy. What do you need? What else do you want from us?
Oh, wait, it's on the second Friday.
Of every month.
But you're called Donut Sunday.
Donut Sunday,
Okay,
yeah.
It's a Sunday,
It's
as
a little...
in ice cream.
Yeah, it is. It's spelled like the Sunday. Yeah,
okay.
See, I was confused.
Yeah. So
Ambiguity.
Do you feel like beer and donuts go together?
no, but it works. They're both go on every show, so...
Well, you know, some
like
people don't drink, and
Yeah.
some people, I guess, don't eat donuts, so, you know.
Or some people drink enough to have a bunch of donuts.
Yeah.
And we're totally accepting of that, you know? Whatever you want to do.
If you want to comment into our comedy show and vomit donuts, please.
Yeah. Just do it after 9 when our show's over. All right, when the show is done, you can do it anywhere you want.
That's the answer to the question about inheritance.
Yeah. Oh, I should also mention, it's at Idea Foundry, if you guys are... So, whatever.
That's probably...
That's the last thing I should say about that. It's at Idea Foundry, so...
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right.
This was fun.
Thanks, Zach.